Welcome to Art Wars episode 6. I can't believe that I posted the first episode of Art Wars back in May? Let me check. I posted the first episode on the 30th of May. It's been 2 months nearly since then. 2 months. We are 2 weeks away from the final, down to 5 out of the 10 artists remain, which are Fantastical Doodles, Whimsy Arts, Navy Artist, One Awkward Artist, and Jolly Glizzer. Basically just a lot of artists with some really wacky names. Anyway, so Art Wars has been so much fun and all of that. So I'm doing season 2, so if you want to be a part of that, go to my story to see what the fan challenge is. Anywho, let's get on to this week's main challenge. So, this week's main challenge was to draw each other's OCs, which means original character. Now, Poppy, the winner of last week, which is also known as Fantastical Doodles, her little advantage this round was rather interesting. First, she had to do a rather harsh job of ranking everyone from most feared of to least, and she did. So Poppy, which is Fantastical Doodles, ranked One Awkward Artist at the top, then Whimsy, then Navy, then Jolly at the bottom. Now, the twist was that based on the order she picked, the order would depend on who draws each other's OCs. So One Awkward Artist and Whimsy did each other's OCs, and then Navy Arts and Jolly did theirs. Then Poppy, for advantage, would get to pick one OC out of any of them. These are the 4 they could pick from. Well, she got to pick from. And she picked Jolly's. So she would be going head to head against Navy Arts, which is one of her friends. And it's been very interesting to see their dynamic through the competition, because they have helped each other. And they possibly could go straight through to the final 3 as a group of friends. Which wouldn't shock me, because this game, obviously there's some parts where you can choose to play a game and not just for artists. You could have sent 2 of the best artists up for elimination, sent them home, which has happened. Faith Paints, episode 1, gone, and just anything can happen, so you never know. So, it is time to judge this episode's pieces. Now, the way it will work, we'll judge them individually, comparing them to their original drawings. So there's no real head-to-heads, and we're not going to compare everyone's to each other and battle it out. It's just their drawing to the one they were copying, and me and Lux will pick one person safe and one person for elimination. And as the twist of this episode is now, I'm going to tell you. So, while me and Lux judge, there's a poll on my Instagram story seeing who is safe and who will be up for elimination. So if the audience of the show, which is you, wanted them safe, you would have clicked safe. Person with the least amount of votes to be safe will also be up for elimination. So I'm going to call Lux now, and we're going to get this started. So we are going to start judging right now. So we are starting with Fantastical Doodles' drawing of Jolly's original character, which will be rather interesting to see it done in digital form, because it is done in watercolour. Now, I think this is one of the strongest drawings that has come from this competition, except from the little chest piece seems a bit scratchy in a way.
Okay, so I personally, I don't know what about this art piece, but I really dislike it. I really do not like it. Like, I know that anatomy is hard, but Pinterest, lifesaver, my love, Pinterest. I just don't like this art piece because for one, the tail goes from like really big to really small, like really quickly.
True.
And I find they forgot some aspects from the original, and just it doesn't seem like, I understand the original was watercolor and stuff, and like they tried their best to.
But don't you think that this is still an improvement?
No, I like the original better, actually.
No, I don't. I think this is probably.
I know that the original is not as clean, but I find the original, like, even though there's little flaws like in hands and anatomy, I just find it's better composition. And
but then, like, technique-wise, she's added like this really nice shadow behind, and it seems more put together. So next we are moving on to, who is it? I can't remember. Who's that? Navy Arts. Now, she also did Jolly's OC because Poppy, which is Fantastical Doodles, picked to do the same one. So she kind of chose to do a head-to-head against her, which is interesting because they are friends, but what can I say? So, what do you think about this one? Because I have no idea what to say.
Okay. I personally think this is adorable, and it's simple, but it still has the amount of details that are needed, and they have proper, like, tail anatomy, and, like, they added little details.
I completely disagree. I think this looks quite stiff. Like, the first one, have no idea what's going on. That shield is so small, it barely covers a hand. Like, that shield should be bigger, and it feels too simple. This is the first time we have properly disagreed on something. Oh my, I think this could be in the bottom, possibly. Oh, that's really hard. Right.
I'm letting it be in the bottom, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll discuss that later. So, next is someone with 2 wins, the only person I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Whimsy, and he redrew One Awkward Artist piece. So, with this one...
Okay, I actually love this piece. This piece is so cute. I like how they, like, shaded. I really like the skin color, like...
I love everything but the nose.
I think it's really cute. I think it would make a really good icon for, like, a profile, or it would be a really nice background for, like, maybe if Instagram would let you have, like, wallpaper. I think it'd be a really nice wallpaper, and personally it kind of looks like a sticker to me that you could, like, glue on a laptop, and I think it's really cute.
I love everything about it except for 2 things. The face, it just, no. And I don't like the lacy, really fine shoelace, and I don't like the little scribbles on the outside. Right. Next is... who's next? One Awkward Artist. Now, this piece is one of my favourites she has ever done. Probably the English. I love it so much. Like, it's simple, but then that circle just ties together, and I like the little shadow, like, curve.
I really like it. It kind of looks like come to my cafe type thing.
Yeah.
And I can see it on a book.
This is in my top 2 easily. I love it so much. Like, just it doesn't feel stiff at all, and I think it's not better than the original, but it's like flat level in line. It just complements her style so much, and
I think it's really cute. I really like it.
This could be one awkward artist's second win quite easily. Now, last but not least is Jolly Jolly. This is the best one she's ever drew.
I'm actually really surprised. I really like this one.
Same. This completely threw me.
I'm sorry, Jolly, but you've always fallen in the bottom and done one of the mid area. But I'm actually really proud of this one. It has really nice color theory, and your paper's not wrinkled this time. And I think the dog is really cute. You can see that you used the reference, and I like the out of ears. And I think it's really cute, and it's very nice.
Same. My brain, when I saw it, was like, she did this? What? But then I still don't think that just with her history in the competition, she would deserve a spot in the semi-final. And I still don't think this is better than the rest. For me, the bottom is between Whimsy and Jolly.
1 second, I'm voting on things. Okay, are you ready for my really surprising outcome?
Yeah, who do you think should be in the bottom?
Are you ready? You're not going to improve this, but Fantastical Doodles did not eat.
Oh, no.
I do not like your art piece.
No, Lux, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry, but she is not seeing the bottom. Look at the face on Whimsy's, and then look at the past history of Jolly.
Okay, we're talking about this.
But it's for a spot in the semi-final to prove.
History. I just don't like it.
But then, if we was looking at every single drawing from this whole competition of each of them, Jolly should be in the bottom. She should be gone.
I would agree for other weeks. I'm sorry, Jolly, but I would agree for many other weeks.
The only reason she is here this week is my dad.
By Jolly, I'm just so amazed that she provided us with this such nice art piece for a great. I looking at the original, I think Jolly did an even better job than what I thought.
So you think Jolly should be in the semi-final?
Yes, I do. I also believe that Fantastical Doodles should be in the bottom.
Oh my god! I just don't know what. I think, depending on who.
Broken arms and the broken chest, just no.
Tell you what.
I understand that they moved the shield, but it kind of looks like you're kind of avoiding detail by doing that. And I understand that it may look awkward if it was forward, but the shield, even though it's simple, brings your attention to the shield and then up to the face, which makes that, I don't know really where I'm really looking for Fantastic Doodle, because I understand that they put highlights, but
right, what we'll do is we will look at the votes, and whoever's up for elimination will be up for elimination, and based off that,
here, I'll tell you the votes.
Can help us.
Let's see.
Wait, so it's whoever has the least amount of votes to stay in the competition. So Jolly has 5. One awkward artist has 11. Oh my god, Rowan, which is Whimsy Arts, has 10. Who's that? Poppy, which is Fantastical Doodle, has 9, and so does Navy. So that means not one awkward artist. Jolly will be up for elimination.
No.
I'm very happy with the results. I am not going to lie. I just think if she does an incredible elimination drawing and can prove herself this time, then go ahead, she can go and win this thing. But I'm sorry, from just everything, I don't think she deserves it necessarily. It is now after the elimination, the day someone has been eliminated. Now what you just saw was probably the hardest elimination we have ever had to pick, and we could not come to a decision again. So me and Lux both picked one person to join Jolly up for elimination, and they were Whimsy and Fantastical Doodles. So those three have been up for elimination for the past 2 or 3 days, have been drawing to fight for a spot in the semi-final. Now it's time to get to the elimination challenge. For the elimination challenge, the artists had to turn their favourite food into a human character. These are the drawings, and once again it was very hard to pick. The first person safe, drawing one awkward artist and Navy art in the semi-finals, is Whimsy. Whimsy was picked because his concept was great and the execution was also perfect. Now with the other two, the execution of Fantastical Doodles just wasn't there, but then the idea was on point, but then it was the opposite for Jolly. So we decided going home in 5th place would be Jolly. So she's been eliminated from the competition, not having a spot in the semi-finals. So I'm James Fudge. This has been Art Wars, and it's not over yet. Someone else has been eliminated, which is Fantastical Doodles, who will be going home in 4th place. We just thought it was such an even field, and I knew from the start of the week I wanted to eliminate 2 people. So Fantastical Doodles was sadly, I did not want her to go at this point. I think last one more week she could have made it through to the finals, but that is not it for Fantastical Doodles, because I've asked her back to be a judge in season 2. So if you love Fantastical Doodles and want to hear her voice, make sure to stay around for season 2, which now has a full cast, and it is the funniest people. And this season, season 2, the artists will talk a lot more, and you'll see and get to know them a lot better. So stay tuned for that. But we are now down to our final 3 artists. We started with 9. Yep. And it's incredible. So next episode will be the semi-finals, which will be hopefully coming out this weekend. You're seeing this on the Wednesday, probably comes out on the Sunday. I'm not sure yet. But I'm James Fudge. This has been Art Wars. Thank you so much for watching and the support on my last video with my dad in. And I have 41 subscribers. Let's try and get 50 now. Thank you so much once again, and goodbye. Thank you so much for watching all this way of this episode of Art Wars. Make sure to like, subscribe and share with all your friends. Now, hopefully this show is going to do so much better in the future. It's gone amazing so far, and I'm looking forward to the future of Art Wars. Make sure to go check out everyone's Instagrams, especially Jolly and Fantastical Doodles, to show support to them. Thank you so much for watching, and next week will be the semi-finals of Art Wars. So instead of a group vote, me and Lux have come to a simple decision that I think will work and makes more sense. So instead of 2 people for elimination, we are having 3. Jolly, based off the votes on my story, will be up for elimination, alongside Whimsy, picked by me, and Fantastical Doodles, picked by Lux. So I'm going to go set them the elimination challenge, which you'll see right now, and then you'll see me and Lux pick who will be in the semi-final. Goodbye.
Wait.
This is the judging.